All right. Hey guys, commercial photographer Tony Roseland here in the studio again today. I wanted to talk about one of the most important pieces of gear aside from my camera that I have to take on every shoot. I'll let you in on what that is in just a sec. Stay tuned. All right guys, like I said, one of the most essential pieces of gear that I take with me on every shoot is my grip kit. So I wanted to take a minute today just to break down for you what's in my grip kit. Most photographers that have been working for any significant length of time have some sort of grip kit, and I find that a lot of new photographers don't really know what should be in it. They don't know how to put one together, or some of them don't even know what a grip kit is. So it's basically a collection of accessories and ancillary devices and products that you need on a shoot that you don't know you need until you get there and you don't have it. So that's how most grip kits get built, is through necessity. We find out that when we get on a shoot, we need a cloth and we don't have any, so that goes in the grip kit for next time. We find out that we need some sort of diffusion fabric, so that goes in the kit for next time. So I'm just going to go through and show you what's in here, and hopefully it'll help you guys get started with some ideas on how to put together your own grip kit. Starting off with, I use a milk crate. These are pretty common in the movie industry. I've got mine strapped to a little Magna cart. Put it on there with some wire ties so that I can cart this thing around with me on location. Actually, my assistant can cart it around on location while I'm scouting or talking to the client or whatever. We try to keep as many things on wheels as possible. Which brings me to the next thing, which is this multi-cart that we ordered. We've customized it a little bit. I took it to a welder and had him change some of the design on it a little bit because we weren't totally crazy about how it worked, but the idea is good overall. And it folds up nice and small and flat and goes in the car, and then when we get on location, we break it out. We can haul all our gear into a job with it, and then we can use this deck here as a platform with our laptop when we're tethered shooting on location. So back to the actual grip kit. Obviously, we have hard hats in here. You get out to a job for some sort of industrial company or whatever, or a warehouse of some sort. They have forklifts roaming around in there. Who knows? More oftentimes than not, they'll require hard hats, and some of the loaners they have are pretty nasty. So make sure you got your own hard hats, and you don't have to worry about putting somebody else's headlights on. The next thing that's in here are some fabrics. We have a couple of diffusion fabrics. We got these at just Joann's Fabric. They're ripstop material. One is black, one is white, depending if we need to black out some windows or if we just need to diffuse the sun or something. I write what sizes they are on here just so that I know without having to take them out of the bag. We have a couple of clips. These are Justin clamps, and basically they're just clamps, Manfrotto clamps with a swiveling hot shoe on them or cold shoe on them that you can put speed lights into, or a regular head. We use Profoto, so Profoto head or any type of head will fit on these studs. These are great for clipping on top of doorways or clipping onto the edge of a shelf or something like that if you can't get a stand in that space. So we keep some of these in the cart. Gaff tape, a couple different sizes. Got to have gaff tape. We use the heck out of this. We probably go through a roll a month of gaff tape. We have Cinna Foil. Cinna Foil is basically black aluminum foil. We use it to shape light coming out of our modifiers, coming out of reflectors. Sometimes we use hot lights, sometimes we use strobe. Cinna Foil is awesome. It comes in a couple different widths. We keep the Cinna Foil that we use, if we can, if it's not in too bad a shape, we just put it right back into the kit and we use it for next time. It's, you know, it doesn't matter that it's crinkled, it'll still shape light the way you need it to. So, Cinna Foil. Whoops. We got a couple of super clamps, and the super clamps, we have studs dropped into the ends that we can mount a light to. Again, nice to add a second light onto a stand or on the edge of a shelf or a doorway or whatever. Traffic cones. A lot of times we're taking architectural shots. We need to have our gear out in the middle of a parking lot somewhere. We can cordon off a couple of spaces for ourselves so that we don't get hit by crazy people in a parking lot. Let's see. glass cleaner, and rags. You'd be surprised how many times we go to shoot architecture and the windows are filthy, so we end up having to do a little maid service when we get on site. Having said that, we also keep stainless steel cleaner. We go in to shoot interiors in a home or something, or in a kitchen, and all their surfaces have fingerprints and things all over them, so this stuff we use quite a bit. A couple of screwdrivers, Phillips flathead, tape measure, more gaff tape, pair of pliers or wrench. This thing is a wedget. It's a little door stop. Comes in quite handy when we're hauling gear in and out of a location, or if we just need to keep an interior door open in a commercial space or something like that, we can pop this baby down there to hold the door open. It's bright green, so we won't forget it. It's easy to clone out if you do see it in a shot, not a big deal. Caution tape. We use this on location to, again, cordon off certain areas so that we don't get pedestrians walking through the middle of our shot. If we're doing long exposures, we don't want cars parking in a spot that's going to ruin a shot. Whatever. You can get this stuff on Amazon. A whole roll of it's like a few bucks. So let's see, what else do we have? A couple of clamps. These are handy for putting up the diffusion fabric. We use them if we have to shoot a person sometimes and they're wearing a shirt that's baggy. We can use the clip on the back to kind of pull together the excess fabric. We can clamp cards up in the scene if we need to. They're just invaluable little tools and they don't cost a whole lot of money. This is a Grip Reflector. Sometimes we just need to bounce a little bit of light. This is dual-sided, silver and white. I can hold this with one hand and the camera in the other, or have an assistant hold this. It'll also take a super clamp really easy, so we can clamp it to a stand if we need to. That's Last-A-Light. Next thing I have is makeup. If we do have to shoot people, which I try not to shoot people a whole lot, but sometimes we need them in an environmental shot of some sort, we have a brush and we have some clear high definition powder. It won't change the color of the skin tones, it just knocks down the shine a little bit. It's the same thing that newscasters use now with high definition TV and such. So what else do we got? Magic arm. These fit nicely into the super clamp, and we can add a head on the end. We can articulate this into whatever position that we need to get a light in hard to reach areas. Booties, hospital booties. If we go into a house that's been recently cleaned for a photo shoot, or an office or something that's just been finished and we're getting in to shoot it after the cleaning crew has been there, we want to wear booties on our shoes so that we don't track in footprints or dust across the floors. So these are great. Next time you're at the hospital or doctor's office, snag a pair of these from their drawer. Walkie-talkies. Sometimes we end up in multi-level buildings, or one guy's on top of a building, one guy's in a parking lot, whatever. This is a way for us to communicate without having to call each other with cell phones, especially if we have no cell phone service where we're at. Puppet, just because you never know. Actually, I have the puppet because sometimes I get clients, especially executives, that are really rigid and they don't want to smile, and as soon as I break out the puppets, everybody starts laughing. So. Radio, just a Bluetooth speaker. We can play from our iPhones. We can play music on the speaker so that we don't go insane while we're on a shoot, listening to ourselves think. We've got ratchet and sockets. We got some work gloves in here. My assistant generally carries his own gloves. These are mine just in case we have to do some heavy lifting. Paper towels, of course. We have a whole bunch of AA batteries in here, some Allen wrenches, a Shout stain pack if for some reason a client, we're shooting a person and we need to get a stain out of their shirt or their tie or something, we can use these for that. And that is about it. The rest of the stuff in here is just lingering trash. Well, actually this is Q-tips, Sharpies, and a pencil, so you never know. Anyway, that's pretty much our grip kit. So that's what I have in mind. That's my collection of junk that I've built up over the last many years of hauling stuff around on location, not having what I need when I get there. We make a note of it. We get back to the studio. We collect those things that we need, and we make sure they go in the grip kit for next time. We have a list of everything that should be in the grip kit, and we just periodically have the studio assistant go through and make sure everything on that list is in the grip kit, so that we don't get out somewhere and not have what we need. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully you guys can kick off your own grip kit based on some of the ideas I've given you here. And if you have questions, hit us up in the comments. Thanks.